Hi everybody, it's Tracy and I'm back with my second mini album video for YouTube, and I'm going to try to make it through this thing in 10 minutes. I didn't realize I talk so much, but apparently I do. So let's jump right in and I'll see if I can get through this album with you that I want to share. I made it with one of the scalloped dollar chipboard albums from Michaels, and I used the basic gray Periphery collection of paper. This frame I cut with my Cricut, and I used some Muty on it, but I didn't make it solid. You can see it's got some texture with it. There's some Kaiser pearls. These flowers I made myself. They're made with some basil paper, and I used some glimmer mist and put some flower stems in there. And I cut the leaves out and glimmer misted them. Made the I like to do detail work, but it takes a long time. That's why I don't make mini albums very fast. I'm pretty slow. But that's my cover. And all my pages are sprayed with Old Lace Glimmer Mist. I put some glossy accents on the pattern on the paper, also on the cover. On my first page, I have one of the multi-pocket things here with some tags with journaling and place for photos. This is an acetate butterfly that I used stickles on to color him. I made this vine, and these are Martha Stewart punch leaves, some more Kaiser pearls. These are burnt organza flowers, and for the center of them I used stickles, and in the stickles I poured some of those glass micro beads. I thought it came out really neat. This page is has some of the Prima flower lace trim that they've had at Michael's lately. I used some buttons and tied some fibers in there. Made some tags. They're embossed and have journaling place on the back. Place for photos. And some fibers tied on them. I took some of the stamps from the Vintage Finding collection and I put some glossy accents on them and added them to the page. This third page, I have a frame that I cut out with my Cricut, and I used peel paint, crackle paint on it, and then I put rock candy crackle paint on top of that. This is some dewdrops that I alcohol inked. I had a chipboard bird that I covered in some of the pattern paper and added a bling. There's some Prima lace back there and some sheer brown ribbon. One of those Staples music note paper clips. Some Prima leaves, and I made this flower too. The flower and the bird, I also took some perfect pearls mixed with water and did around the edge of the bird. And I have done that on some of the pages in this album also. This page is a Rose design from Rose, who's very, very talented. She comes up with some really neat ideas. I think she calls this a pockets book. This is one of the Prima flowers from Michaels. This has a removable photo mat here. I punched it with the decorative corner things and punch and put that photo mat in there. This has tons and tons of room for photos. You can tuck it in behind there or behind the ribbons. Did some stamping here. You open this up. You have a tag in this pocket. Some journaling. And in this one, you fold it over, and I basically kind of did a mirror image on the back. You can put a tag in here, and behind the ribbons, some more journaling spots and photo mats. Close the back up, and then you can open it the other way also, and I just made this two very large photo mats on this page. At the top, I had put a piece of fiber around this whole page and added a button that's from the Vintage Findings collection, and I added some beads onto the fiber. Put that at the top for a little extra bling. The next page, I got this idea from Monica. I watched her video at the Scrap Beach, and she had one of these interlocking envelope pockets in her album, and I thought it was really neat. I tied a little heart charm on the end of the string, And this is just decorative really, because when I put the insert in this pocket, it was so full it didn't want to stay closed, so I ended up having to put a little bit of Velcro on there to hold it shut. But it has plenty of room in here for photos and journaling. Pages stuck together there. So that just folds back up, closes up. The flower is a couple of primas that I used Distress ink to color, and then I put UD mixed with some blue glitter on them. The center has some diamond dust in there that I put in with glossy accents, and I put a yellow bling in the middle. And I made the vine and cut the leaves by hand. This is a chipboard butterfly that I used some of that puff paint on, and I thought it came out really neat because the way I put the paint on it made it look like it has those butterfly veins in his wings. And I put some glossy accents and some of those micro beads for his body. Added a little piece of wire that I painted black for his antenna for that page. This is a Marion pocket. I have a tag here. This was a My Mind's Eye tag that I added a piece of manila paper to the back. There's a little file folder here. I stamped one of those dollar bin stamps from Michael's. I have a couple of buttons here with some embroidery thread that I tied through them, glued them on, and there's another tag with some journaling space. A couple of primas that I glimmer misted and added a brad to. And I had a piece of ribbon that I had tied around this entire page and hung a little frame charm from a garment pin from the bow and the ribbon. And on the other side of this page, where the ribbon comes around, I added on some brown felt trim flowers and added some bling to the center of those. I have a little baby library pocket here with some little bitty tags. Another tag here, place for a photo or journaling. And I also added a piece of Prima bling here for the top of this tag. This has a place for journaling. This last page, I'm having trouble having my closure here stay closed, but once I get pictures in there, I'm sure it'll be thicker and it'll work better. But I added some pearls and ribbon to the bottom of this. There's a tag back here, room for pictures or journaling. I stamped and colored this and then cut it out where it looked like a ticket. And there's one of those recollection swirl blings there. Thought it went really cute with the paper. The colors matched really good. This pocket I've seen Robin do. Really liked it, and I decided to make one. It has room for journaling and photo. This was an experiment right here. You can put a photo in behind there. This is a piece of dryer sheet. I was watching Laura Dennison do a tutorial using that luchador fabric. It's like an interfacing stuff that she glimmer misted and made butterflies and dragonflies out of. So I decided to try it with a dryer sheet because I thought it looked a lot like the same stuff. So I basically stamped it with StazOn, colored it with glimmer mist, and then I went over it with some Mod Podge to give it a little body, because dryer sheets, I washed the dryer sheet, so it was really, really flimsy after I washed it. And I think I had to recolor it again with the glimmer mist after I used the Mod Podge. It kind of took some of the color away. But I just added that for a little photo corner in there. And then this closes up when it wants to with that closure. And the back was a die cut piece that came with the paper collection. I got this paper collection at Hobby Lobby. I found it on sale and only paid like $5. It was one of those basic grade packs, and it was a really, really good deal, and I just loved the paper. And I really like this album, other than I'm going to change this ring out. I have some Tim Holtz D rings coming. I do not like the circle ring the way it's making the album sit, so I just tied a couple of ribbons on here for right now and added a key to it, key charm. But that is my second album. I hope you like it. I'd love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think. And I had a good time sharing it with you. I hope you like it. Bye-bye.